searching for gaming knowledge comes the man, the myth, a legend in his own mind, Critical.
Welcome back, guys and gals. Critical here. Today I'm bringing an episode of Subsistence on my softcore playthrough. And since I played last with you guys, we've had an update. So why haven't I been here? Well, work. I have to cover because we're missing people at work. I have been working in my actual job 6 days a week. And I'm working day shifts Monday through Friday, and then I have to cover the Friday night. And then I have to go back in and cover Saturday night as well. So, yeah. I've been busy. I'm sorry, guys. I am going to have to cut back on the number of videos I'm putting out a week. But I'm hoping that soon, by the middle to end of June, that should all be worked out. And I'll be back to my normal schedule. Alright, you guys attacking me here? Or you're still attacking the old base? Yeah, there's still BCUs, so they're probably attacking the old base. Okay, so the update. Well, I wanted to start in here because there's been a lot of FPS problems with the lights. Not for me in particular, but the amount of shadows cast by these interior lights, I guess, has been a problem. So Cold Games fixed that. Based on your fraps, your frames per second at the time, it'll be how much shadows are being cast. So I wanted to bring that up right away. Also, look at the door. All right, in the upper left-hand corner of my screen, I've got my little dice, and it always has blocked the Celsius. I don't read it anyways. Underneath it, you'll see it says Northwest. I turn west, southwest, south, southeast, east, northeast, and north. So that is how Cold Games has added a compass. Now, he did kind of indicate that at some point there might be a map. The way he worded something kind of makes me goes, there's no reason to have a craftable compass while we don't have a map. He just implemented a compass. So I don't know if that's a roundabout way saying that there might be a map at some point. I don't know. So why do I bring up map? Well, the biggest thing in this update was a map expansion, and it's all out to the west, and it's basically the area around the big lake has been updated. I mean, there's a huge update over there. And we're gonna spend the entire video today running around. Actually, let me grab a second steak. It'll probably spoil before I get a chance to eat it, but I will grab a second one just to be on the safe side. I'll just eat it early. And there's the entire lake is open now. So instead of being a fence in the middle of the lake to kind of split up to two halves, it is one complete body of water now. And it is pretty huge. Couple things. Cold Games has to craft the map as he goes. Every hill, every bush, every tree, every rock. Cold Games is actually putting that in the world. So if you guys think adding a map expansion is easy and he should have had it done weeks ago, yeah, this ain't easy. I don't think. As far as I understand it, it's not easy at all. So this is all handcrafted. There's people have found some issues with it already. Some sounds don't work correctly in a particular area here or there. But overall, from what I've seen, it looks to be a pretty, well, it's all stable, but it looks to be a pretty good update when it comes, if you like a bigger map. Trust me, the map is huge now. And there's that chicken out the other side of the fence. Chicken beyond the wire. Give you a first view of the area. I mean, it is big. And there's a new biome on the other side. We'll get to that. We'll keep going around. I'll show you this. There's some nice, interesting areas. I don't know if I'm going to build over here right away or not. There's a couple areas that I found that kind of interest me for building. Give me some different ideas, but I haven't settled on anything yet. Now, what else was changed? Well, Cold Games has listened to the community And people who start out the game on easy are always complaining on how hard it is because there's all these predators and are always being attacked and chased. So he decreased about 20% the number of predatory spawns in easy. Okay, so that's a good thing. Makes it a little easier to get into the game. And some new plants we have in the game. Makes it a little easier to get your foot, get started in the game. There's also a drawback. That's less meat on the field for you to go hunt and get. So there is a slight trade-off. I don't think it's that big a deal, the amount of cut down on the spawn. You're not wasting as much ammo or being attacked and poisoned as much, I guess. You still have to keep your head, on a swivel and be ready. But it's not as overbearing as it was before. Maybe that's where he's aiming for. I'm not sure. As well as changing the amount of predatory spawns, because the map is bigger, there are more rogue hunter. Now, I don't know if that's individual rogue hunters, meaning, let's say in the old map, each rogue hunter camp would have a maximum of 4 or 5 rogue hunters. Did he up the number of rogue hunters? Because it was worded as there's more rogue hunters. Is it adding another spawned hunter at each camp, or is it adding 1 or 2 or 3 more rogue hunters camps? I don't know yet. Something we'll have to find out. Whole games really didn't specify it. I hope it's more rogue hunter camps, more possible spawn locations for rogue hunters. So instead of having 3 in a normal world like I'm playing right now, I would have 4 or 5 possible spawn locations for a rogue hunter camp. And another thing I'd like to see, I like the spawn number to be randomized. So you can have as many as 5 or as few as 3. So you never know how many camps of spawned rogue hunters you're going to have in the world at any given time. I like that idea. I like the idea of I have to go hunting for the rogue hunters, trying to find them, and I'm like, okay, I found 3 of the camps. I'm going to keep looking because I'm going to go for the other 2. The other 2 might not be in the world because the random number of spawned camps, I didn't get a full spawn in. I'm not sure what the mechanics of it, but I like the idea. So we're on the far west side. The fence line is just beyond that rock over there. And this is a pretty good view of this side of the lake. Do I like the expansion? Yes, I like the expansion. Do I have problems with the expansion of the map? Yes, I do. My problem with the expansion of the map is the map was expanded, but there's a huge empty hole in the middle that you really can't use. Now, you can build out there. I'm not saying that you can't build out there, but right now, you can't dive to the bottom. I like the lake. I want there to be this large lake. Don't get me wrong, but it seems kind of it's like an empty space. There's not much you can do out there. There's the possibility of building a big fortress out there, and that actually does interest me. But because I've built on lakes before, or ponds actually, puddles. Okay, puddles compared to this. But it just kind of feels like an empty space out there now. I'm not sure. Now, Cold Game says there's areas in the water out in the middle of the lake that you can't get to. It's impossible. You'll drown before you get back up. And he's going to be working on that in the future. I don't know what that means. If there's some kind of a breathing apparatus or... I'd like to see at some point some type of boat or raft of some sort to use to get across the water. To make the water... Ooh, here's that new biome. You hear that? It's like bark and pine needles on the ground. That sounds really cool. I like that. It's a nice subtle change and very well appreciated. I do like that. Cool, thank you. Thanking myself for picking stuff up. Now, another real big change is that he has added for normal and easy a menu option that you can make when you create the game, and I think you can change it anytime during gameplay. Well, if you log out and log back in, if your hunters never attack, only revenge your attack, or attack as they already have been, meaning it is, oh, hey, here's a spawn area for a locked crate right here at the fence. Okay, Cole Games, buddy, I don't have a lockpick on me, so I'm not fretting about this at all. Be careful with this, because I'm telling you, some people are going to be extremely pissed off if it was right over there and they could put their cursor on it, but they couldn't open it. Oh my God, they'd be furious as hell. But okay, so there's a spawn area for locked crates. All right, I found. So I'm guessing anywhere in this general vicinity, but that's probably the outer area edge, the outermost edge of the spawn area. There's also a new fern, not so flat, kind of puffed up, reaching toward the sun, I guess you would say. He's done a lot of good work. But I'll get back to the hunter thing. So your hunters can attack periodically and revenge, kind of like my hunters in my world are doing right now. You can set them so that they only attack you if on a revenge attack, meaning they never attack you unless you get too close. And then they attack, and then when you fight them, they'll come back and attack your base the next day. A revenge attack. Or you can have it so they never attack your base. That doesn't mean they won't attack you if you're out in the world. So if you're running around and you go through their territory, they're going to still attack you. Oh my God, another locked crate. So this is a good area for locked crates, guys. It's, I didn't plan this. I'm just finding them. So that's an interesting ad. If you're really into the base building, you want the hunters around to have something to fight, some kind of interaction with another person if you're playing solo. You can turn the hunters on, but set them to never attack. And that means you could build your base out of glass and never have to worry about it. I don't know. I like trying to figure out the AI and trying to work that. Or you could set them up so that they only revenge attack, and then leave the hunters alone and only attack them when you're really ready for it. If they've beaten up your house too much, send them to only do revenge attacks, and then leave the hunters alone until you completely repaired and you're ready to go. This is a nice long waterfall, stream, river thing I like. It's really nice. This waterfall up here is done amazing. It's amazing. That's a reference. It's okay. It's okay if you don't get it. It's a reference though. And the waterfall over here, I think he's tweaked the amount of noise from the waterfall. It's not overbearing. It's not too loud. I could actually build in this waterfall. Because it's too soft now. I admit it's not the sound that you would normally get from the waterfall. But at least it's pleasing and not harsh. But then that leads up to another nice bend and to another double. So you got a double waterfall over there, a triple, almost quadruple waterfall over here. Anytime there's a big rock that splits the fall, it's considered a secondary fall. It's two. And yep, this one splits it. So this is a quad waterfall. And then that's a double waterfall over there. So, and I like this. And there's a little piece of the stream that comes from over there. I think, is that another waterfall? I think it is. Yeah, it's a double. Duh, I just said that. And I actually like this one better for building because it's got this nice central rock, which would be a nice area to build a house on. Now, it's kind of high up in the mountain. Not too much, but close enough that heat would be a problem. Heat would be an issue. But this is an interesting place to build and fight hunters. There's not a lot around. They would use that bush right there. And I'd say that tree and that bush right there, that tree, and then that tree and bush down there. So those are the areas they'd probably attack from. But at least it's interesting. I like this river that you can run through. It's just done really nice. I like it. He made some other tweaks and bug fixes. They're basically minor bug fixes from what I can understand it, or from what I've went through. Just checking if there's anything I wanted to bring up. Oh, yes. Let's go into the third-person view. And this is more for co-op because you're not going to see it too often playing solo. But the water splashes up now. It's really hard to see it when I'm doing it myself. But when I first walked into the water, there was a splashing. And this bike. I had to break a leg. It's not a video with me if I don't break a leg, right? All right, we'll go down to the. Let's do it safely this time. We'll go down to the actual water. Maybe it's not deep enough to get a good splash effect. Because I mean, it is really, really, shallow there. So we'll go down to the actual lake edge. See if I can get a splashy going. A splashy. He also added a system to spread the deer out with a larger map. He wanted to make sure that the deer are more evenly spread around the world. I don't know what that means because I don't know how he tests the spread of the deer, but there was something he wanted to tweak, so that's in the patch notes. All right, view. I'm not seeing too much. I mean, I did notice it when I first. Oh, there's a splash. So when I jumped into the deep water, it could easily be seen. Get out of there. There you go. Wish you're not swimming in the dirt anymore. So when you jump into the water, yep, there's a splash. Okay, so we have a splash effect now, which we didn't have before. Or if we did, I never saw it, but he never put it in the notes until now. Crafting. The only change in crafting is that sinew was removed from crafting requirements of grenades. I appreciate that. I mean, I have so much sinew, it's not funny, and getting sinew for me isn't so difficult that would be an issue. But I guess it is a decrease in the requirements. There's been times when sinew has stopped me from making a grenade, but I usually don't make too many grenades. I prefer to find the grenades from the hunters. I want them to give me their grenades. I mean, that's all they're good for, is giving me their supplies. Well, wood and nails. Rogue hunters are good for wood. That's why I want more rogue hunters in the world. So, what is this update to me? It is a good map update. We need to figure out how to utilize the lake, because right now it's kind of a waste. It is a beautiful lake. It's a beautiful area. It just feels kind of unused now. It's a big piece of the map that can't be used. So we gotta figure that out. Hunters. We've added the ability to make the hunters, normally attack, only revenge, or not attack. I would like to see a randomization of the number of rogue hunter groups in your world. And then I would like to see the ability to toggle regular building hunters and rogue hunters. Meaning, do you want to play with building hunters and rogue hunters, or do you want just rogue hunters? Because if the 3 camps that I have right now, actually in this world it's 4, I should check and see if there's an additional camp. We'll do that today too. I want to be able to turn all those into rogue hunter camps. I think that would be a nice option. I mean, you wouldn't have base rating, which I don't know how important that is to what the end game goal of Cold Game's vision is. So I'm not sure if I'm asking something that's just not in the cards. But I thought that would be something that would be kind of cool. If, the 3 hunters / 4 currently in this world, bases that are building bases turned into rogue hunter bases. Or maybe they go to rogue hunter bases if you bust their BCU. There's an idea. So they all start as your regular 3 start as regular building hunters, and if you crack all 3 of their BCUs, they become rogue hunter camps. And I say I'm spitballing here. I'm throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks. I don't think it's a terrible idea. I just don't know if it's feasible or if it works in Cold Game's vision of what this game should or shouldn't be. And that's one thing that I think that the player base needs to remember. this is Cold Game's game. He is making the game that he wants to make. We've bought into the dream and are going along with the ride and giving him inputs, and sometimes he listens to us. He listens to us, and sometimes he doesn't. It's his game, guys. Let him make the game that he wants to make. You know, when we have valid points or good input, he listens to us. But let the guy make his game. You know, he quit his job to do this for us. You know, and himself. I mean, let's be honest. He's a game developer now, but he didn't have to do that. He could have kept doing his old job and kept going on this game. I would have kept playing it. Ugh. The only reason I stopped is because of work, and I just haven't had time and I'm too tired. Bear! You don't see me, Bear. I'm not actually here. I'm a figment of your imagination. This is not the pointer you're looking for. Move along. Move along. And yes, that's a movie, and I sure hope everybody gets it. I mean, that's a movie reference everybody should get. All right, so that's hunter number 4. A lot of people think I'm not going to get any more. Ooh, God, that swipe. There's a hunter that is way out of position. Are you coming for an attack, or did you just finish it? All right, I need to get away from this bear real quick. Oh, come on. Don't sick a wolf on me now, too. All right, cool. Oh, did I just see a deer butt? Nope, that was a bear face. Deer butt looks like a bear face. I saw a base building hunter. He had sleeves with a helmet on over here. I'm wondering if he's from that 4th base or something else. I need to find this out, wolf. You're in my way. You know what happens to wolves when they get in my way, right? Come here. Good boy. Good doggy. Oh, that was his buddy. That was his friend. He's not happy with me. Got a little too close to you, huh? You weren't liking me shooting the wolves. He's got the things I got against me shooting wolves, I guess. Ow, ow, ow. Where are you? Hiding in the trees. He's a tree hugger. It's official. We have a tree hugger. Oh! Arrow. That's right. You don't have protection. You don't have protection. I'm going to stick you with wood. Go ahead and make all your jokes. But I stuck him with a wooden arrow. Alright, so you two are from that camp over there. I was only going to look. I just wanted to check out your place. Now, supposedly he redid the fur on the wolves and bears. I don't know how close I want to get to the wolves and bears to see how much of a difference in their fur that there is. I did notice some. There wasn't that coarse stuff that was kind of sticking out kind of odd, so maybe that's what he was talking about. Hello? Anybody home? Oh, no, I killed everybody, huh? Haha. Now, I think Cold Games is gonna do well with this game, getting it taken care of for us. I think we just got to give him the time. You know, he did put a thing at the bottom that a lot of people wanted him to concentrate on expanding the game mechanics, loot, crafting, building, that kind of stuff, or do balancing to make the game more fun. But he points out that to make some of that stuff work, you need a bigger map. And we have a bigger map. Map? We don't need no stinking maps. Seriously, guys, we don't need a map. We have a compass now, and we have BCU. Now I want to be able to turn off the BCU markers. If we have a map, oh no, we don't have a map, but if we have a compass, that was always my thing: is why do we need a compass? We have these markers that tell us exactly where our houses are at. But you know, for co-op or stuff like that, I guess it's helpful. How is my house doing for power? in. Okay, that's cool. I'm bringing a little bit more in than I'm putting out, so that makes me happy. Let's drop that stuff off. I need to make a dump chest. I really need to make a dump chest. I don't have one yet. That's the next thing I need to do. Actually, you know, we'll go ahead and knock that dump chest out right now. Let's make 2 chests. I'll actually I have use of 2 chests right now. I don't know how much more I'm going to take apart that other Point Defiance. It's I don't know. I wasn't sure if I was even going to continue in this world. I was thinking about doing a restart, but oh, okay, there we go. That might come later. We'll see. I think one of my worlds I have to let go though, either my hardcore world or this one. And I'm thinking my hardcore world probably needs to end. Like I said, if I don't have time to actually play it, then it's not a use to try to be running 2 worlds, because I'm constantly forgetting what I'm doing in each world, and I come in and I'm like, okay, let's do this. Wait a minute, I'm in the wrong world. I'm not supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z here. This is, you know, this world. I'm supposed to be doing A, B, C. So this makes me really confused and look stupid. Not that I need much help to look stupid. Let's be honest. And that'll be my plant chest. I can bring fertilizer, probably dirty water, canteens of dirty water over here, and seeds. You know, I didn't see a single deer today. I saw 2 locked crates, but no deer. Ooh. It's tempting me with that scrap metal down there. Must get scrap. I do like how the drop out of there is... That was a cheesy thing to do. There's a double. We're gonna have triple scrap metal. Oh, I called it. Triple scrap metal. 2 ammo crates. I'm listening for a deer, a bear. Nothing yet. Thought he might be coming up behind me. Don't know where he was. I thought he was above me on the rock or something, or over on the side, so... Ah, there you are. You know you're gonna make it difficult for me to get into my house, right? Come on, buddy. Let's go. Let's do the dance. Charge! Let's go, bear. So this is a good test for my house. Ah! Eek! That didn't work. Hey, stop beating on my house. He's beating up on my ladder. That didn't work too well. Yeah, what you gonna do now? You're all dazed and confused. Alright, my time's up. I've been Critical. This has been Subsistence on my softcore video, my softcore playthrough. Told you I'm all messed up. If you guys have enjoyed this content, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.